What is up, heathens? What is up, people? Rev Avi checking in live here, of course, for the Freaky Friday Magic Talk. I'm going to give people a chance to get on here, and then, of course, we will get started, okay? Hang on, let me get my slides going, get back to the beginning and all that good stuff. Okay, tonight, of course, we're going to be talking about the role of anger. For those of you that are in the mod chat, you already know what's going on. I'm going to take a few minutes to give people a chance to get on here like I always do. I'm changing it up. You know, a lot of people liked the teaching style of the live, so we're gonna continue with that. Okay, I'm gonna do teaching style lives and see how people like this. Okay, so tonight we're gonna be talking about the role of anger. Okay, so let me get my camera set up so you guys can see these slides. Sorry, I'm running a bit late. I was saving the slideshow and trying to figure out how to get all this stuff going on Facebook at the same time. So we're all here. Hang on, let me see if I can flip this around. There we go. That was weird. Okay, my camera wouldn't stay still. Cool. What's up, people? I see some people checking in. We got like 3 people on here. Cool. So tonight we're gonna talk about the role of anger. Okay, and hopefully you guys can get some valuable information as we dive deeper and deeper into occult truths and some real life truths. Okay, let me just get my camera situated and we'll get started. Okay, I know I'm like dancing this camera around, but bear with me, guys. I'm only one person. Okay. All right, cool. There we go. Perfect. All right, cool. All right, so let's get started with the role of anger stuff. Of course, if you got friends, tag them, all that good stuff. If you haven't been to the website, it's right there in front of you. It is demonism.org. Okay, check us out on there. Sign up, get a membership, all that good stuff. Okay. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay. The role of anger. All right. A lot of people think that anger is like this negative thing that no one should harness, that you should learn to just defeat it and that sort of thing, right? I'm going to break down why that's complete and total bullshit tonight and get everyone some understanding into this, okay? Because anger is not what you think it is, okay? Words or spells, we always talk about that, so we break down the secret meaning behind spells and stuff like that, okay? So let's dive right in. We always come with the spirit of truth, and so I'm going to ask, are you angry? Are you angry? What are you angry about? Maybe you're not angry enough. Maybe you need to get angrier, okay, at some things. And then perhaps you'll understand that anger leads to action, which is what I'm going to prove in the spirit of truth tonight, okay? Truth is beyond human perception. It is objective, okay? It is always present, okay? It is something that anyone and everyone can discover. What's up, Larry? What's up out there, you guys? Steven, Asen, I'll tag you later like you asked, or somebody tag Ace for me so you can watch this later. What's up, James Wood? I see you checking in, buddy. Cool. So it's awesome. We got some new people on here and stuff tonight. Okay, are you angry? And maybe you should be angrier, right? Maybe you need to get angrier about shit, right? So let's start with this quote. Those who are well constituted in the body endure both heat and cold. And so those who are well constituted in the soul endure both anger and grief and excessive joy and the other effects. Okay, let that sink in, all right? So here's another great quote. This one's by Myrtle Reed. Anger is a better weapon than tears. A bird commands more respect than a sensitive plant. Okay, understand the meaning behind these words tonight, okay? Anger is a tool, and we're going to teach you how to use it effectively tonight, okay? Turn your anger into your superpower in life. That's what we're going to try to help people understand tonight, how this is a tool, how you can use anger as the generative principle of care to lead to action. We talked about that in the last live, right? The 7 hermetic principles of truth, and then the 8th secret principle being that of care. What do you care about? Okay. The thing is people, when you do get angry, you have to understand that you're angry because you care. Okay, you don't get angry unless you genuinely care about something. Otherwise, you wouldn't get angry, right? You wouldn't give a shit. Okay, so tonight we're gonna learn how to turn your anger into your superpower in life. Okay, I'm gonna try to give you a good understanding of how to use anger to get shit done. Okay, so let's continue. A lot of people think, well, and how do you do that? Okay, we're going to talk about how you do that. And this image right here is a great one because a lot of people think that that channeling or have their perception of what channeling is, but you effectively control your anger by channeling, right? And here's a funny image: channeling the vaping gods. Let me win the 401 meme contest. Right? A lot of people think it's that sort of thing, like just meditate it away, right? Meditate it away, and you can never be angry, right? It's not that. Okay, it's not that at all, people. It's not that. That's not the end all be all solution. Okay, to dealing with anger. Okay, it's also not this. It's also not, oh, let me channel my inner Van Gogh. I'm just going to channel the spirit of, something, and that's going to make me better, right? Channeling the inner demon or whatever that's supposed to calm you down. A lot of people get into that sort of thing, like, oh, this is the solution. It's not that either, okay? We're going to talk about the real psychology and understanding behind this stuff, the occult knowledge. Occult means hidden, right? We talked about that in the last live. We're going to talk about the occult knowledge behind this stuff, okay? Dealing with this type of stuff, okay? So let's talk about what a channel is, right? Let's break down what channeling is. Let's get into sorcery, right? Okay, channeling is a verb to direct toward a particular end or object, right? Advertisers channel money into radio, okay? Cause to pass along or through a specific route or medium, okay? Many countries channel their aid through charities, right? That makes sense. 2, of a person, serve as a medium for a spirit, right? Ooh, interesting. She was channeling the spirit of Billie Holiday. Emulate or seem to be inspired by. Don't miss that part. To emulate or seem to be inspired by. Meg Ryan plays Avery as if she's channeling Nicole Kidman. Okay? Understand what that means, to channel something. It means to emulate it, okay, or to be inspired by it, right? When you channel something, that means you're changing from one station. On a TV, we're talking about changing from one station to the other. On a radio, you're changing from one radio station to the other. That means you can't stay on both frequencies at once. You have to change the channel, right? You have to change. Okay, so this is where we're getting into the work, okay, of understanding what channeling is. So here's your steps. Your 10 to anger Zen. This is how we're gonna teach you, okay, how to deal with anger in the real way, okay, with real psychology, right? It's gonna be these 10 steps. So if you got a notebook or something like that, please write these steps down. These are gonna be key to helping you learn how to deal with your anger and bullshit in life, okay? The 10 to anger Zen. It's this easy. Step 1, let go of comparing. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop comparing yourself to the world. Realize that you have power and there is only one of you. Nobody can ever do it like you. So therefore, you are unique. You are powerful. You have the God essence in you like every other person in the universe. So stop comparing yourself to them and just learn how to be yourself. That's step 1. Okay. Step 2, let go of competing. Stop competing with everybody. Life is not a competition. People want to make it a competition, but that's part of the process of keeping you programmed. We talked about how they program you in the last live by keeping you in one mindset or the other, the left or the right brain, right? When you stop competing, okay, with other people, then you can realize who you are. You're like, why do I keep, this has to do everything with comparing, right? Competing and comparing run hand in hand. Competitions are about comparing people together to see who's the best at competing, okay? Step number 3, let's move on, okay? Stop competing with people. There is no competition, okay? Everybody is grand and grandeur and great in their own way, okay? Step 3, let go of judgments. Stop judging yourself. Stop judging others. Don't worry about being a judge. Okay, the minute someone thinks that they're the judge, that's them assuming that left brain control frequency, right? I'm going to judge who's the best at something. It all goes in line. Comparing competing, and judgments. Okay, see how this is absolute truth and how you can deal with your anger and real life problems here. Let go of judgments. Okay, step 4, let go of anger. Okay, let go of anger. There's going to be stuff that makes you mad. Fuck it. There's going to be stuff that you don't like. Fuck it. You have to learn to use anger, redirect anger. Okay, and we're gonna specifically, we're talking about this specifically, step 4 specifically tonight, but also understand that there's a process of letting it go. Okay, and if you can't let it go, we're going to talk about how to direct that energy so that it becomes action. Okay, so you can use it for positive action. Okay, so let go of anger is step 4. Step 5, let go of regrets. Everybody has done things that they regret. I started to take the time to go through and put like celebrity, mug shots on here to show you that even the people that made it to millions and billions of dollars, it seem like they're so successful, have done stupid shit. Everybody does stupid shit. We're human, right? Okay, so let go of those regrets. Okay, and move past it. Forgive yourself, right? Forgive the things that that you could possibly hold as regrets, and then you can move past them. Okay. Step number 6 is to let go of worry. Okay, and this is super deep because some people can't do this. Some people can't let go of worry. Some people are worried about if they're going to be able to pay their bills. They're worried about if they're going to crash their car every time they get in there to drive. Worry can become the ultimate defeater for a person. Okay, if you could do all the first 5 steps, worry is the thing that will then grind you into the dust if you don't realize that it's anti-productive to worry about shit excessively. Okay, there's no need for that. Okay, there comes a point where you have to have the courage to leap, the courage to take that first step towards whatever journey and dream that you have. And if you don't move towards it because you're worried about this or you're worried about that, you will never get there. Okay, it can't happen for you. You're too busy worrying about shit to get shit done. Okay, you can't worry about it. Sometimes you just got to do it and then deal with what comes after. Deal with the challenges that come after. Okay, and that defeats worry. All right. Step number 7, let go of blame. Stop blaming everyone else. Stop blaming yourself. Stop blaming it on the spirit. Stop blaming it on the answer. Stop blaming everything. Period. Just stop with the blame game. Get out of that line of thinking. Okay. The minute you say, oh, well, it's my fault because I'm so terrible, that's self-destructive, right? And then you could also blame someone else. You son of a bitch, it's your fault. You can't think like that. Okay, if we're trying to deal with anger, you have to let go of blame. Blame is irrelevant. The shit happened. Now, what are we going to do next? Okay, what are we going to do next? Because we're in the now. It's already happened. We cannot even play the blame game because now we have to deal with the problem, right? Okay, worrying will literally make you physically ill. Okay, this can lead to sicknesses. This can lead to, diseases in your body. Okay, you have to let go of worry. It is no good. Okay, number 7, and I had to go back because I saw Brand's comment about the worrying, but that's the blame and worry go hand in hand. Just understand that when you're worried about stuff, then you start to place the blame. Right? These steps go hand in hand. They're unilateral, straight down. Okay, and we're gonna keep moving through this. 8, let go of guilt. Okay, I feel guilty because I did something, or you did something bad and you know that it's bad and you start to feel guilt. You have to move past guilt. Okay, again, it's one of those things where it's like guilt and regret are pretty much the same thing. Something you regret, you usually feel guilty for, right? You start worrying about it, you start placing the blame, you start to feel guilty, right? These go hand in hand. Guilt is no good. You can't hold on to feelings of guilt. And you can't allow other people to hold on to those feelings if you see that that sort of thing is coming over them as well. Okay. Step number 9 is to let go of fear, and this is a huge one. Fear. We're going to spend a little bit of time of talking about this one specifically because fear is the destroyer. It is the little death of your imagination. You can't imagine a way out. You can't imagine anything being any other way than it currently is if you're trapped in fear. Okay, that's going to stop you from making any grand moves. It's going to stop you. It's going to keep you stuck in a job because you have a fear of not making that next paycheck. It's going to stop your whole life progress because that's what fear does. Is it freezes you and traps you in a place. Okay, traps you in a space mentally. You have to let go of fear. Okay. Step number 10 is to have a proper belly laugh. Okay, after all that serious stuff, here we go. Have a proper belly laugh at least once a day. Okay, if you find that you have the inability to do any or all of the above steps. So if you find yourself trapped on one of these steps, like, man, I can't do this, I can't let go of fear, I can't let go of anger, I can't stop judging, I'm too competitive, I can't stay. If you find yourself trapped in one of those, just realize what it is. It's just a mental trap. It's just an illusion. It's just a perception. And have a huge belly laugh at how stupid this really is. You are creating the illusion of the illusion of comparison. Okay, there is no comparison. There's the illusion of competition. There really are no competitions other than the ones that people create, right? And so on and so forth with every single one of these steps. It's just an illusion. None of that shit is real. It's all stuff that you make up because of the response that you have to the stimuli, to external stimuli, right? Okay, that's what all this stuff is. This is just a response to things. It's an illusion created by the mind. Okay, so understand the 10 steps to anger zen, right? Fear. Let's spend some time on fear. I told you this was going to be coming next. Fear. False evidence appearing real. It's an illusion. Okay, there is nothing for you to fear. If you can dream it, you can do it. Whatever that thing is, you can do it. I mean, years ago, you have to understand that some of the stuff that we have nowadays, people couldn't have conceived of it. There were wires connecting everything. The wireless energy was something that, a lot of people couldn't even conceive of actually having. Even though we know that there's secrets with Nikola Tesla and stuff like that, it wasn't a reality to a lot of people. But now here we are in the wireless age, and damn near everything is going wireless. You see what I mean? Fear is just nothing more than false evidence appearing real. Okay, fear itself is not real. Okay, understand that. Okay, so once you do this, once you understand what is making you angry, okay, and the steps to dealing with that anger, you can use that fiery emotion because it's not going to go away, right? You're still going to have this intense energy inside of you. You're still going to be on fire. Your soul is still going to be aflame, right? Because anger is there, right? The energy from the anger is there. And that's what we're going to talk about redirecting, okay? You have to learn to channel it and redirect it to something else, okay? Sometimes, and this is important, only sometimes, because you have to learn to control your anger, right? You have to control it. Sometimes the words we say in anger are the words we really meant to say, but kept inside for so long. And people forget about that. They're like, oh, just don't say nothing when you're angry. But it's like, or when you're angry or something like that. But the truth is you should say something. Sometimes there are words that need to be said, and you can't hold everything back. You have to learn to be assertive. Okay, there's assertiveness. Okay, then there's being mean. And then there's being a doormat. And we're going to talk about those three things, okay? Sometimes you need to say words. The correct words need to be said. And you don't need to hold back any of your assertive action at all, okay? There's a way and a correct way to direct that angry energy, okay? So you need to learn how to turn your pain, because it's always an underlying pain that causes anger, okay? You need to learn how to turn your pain into anger, right? And then you turn your anger into motivation, and motivation into success. Okay, understand that. Let me drop this down a little bit so you can see it. Okay, turn your pain into anger, anger into motivation, and motivation into success. This is the key. Okay, this is the key to using your anger, your pain, all of that regret, grief, all of those things we named in that 10 steps of Zen. This is the secret to rechanneling it, okay? Right here. You have to learn how, when you get angry, because it's always something painful that causes it, how to turn that into motivation. Okay, whatever pissed you off, if it's somebody like I mean, thinking back to like when I was in high school and stuff like that, or even younger to that, middle school, and how kids tease each other, right? I have young kids now, and it's like I can just imagine them teasing kids teasing them about one thing or the other, their weight, their disability, their whatever it is, right? Kids are mean, right? You have to teach them to turn that anger, that pain, into anger, and that anger into motivation. Okay, then the motivation into success. This is what's going to make all the difference in the things that they manifest into their lives. This is the key right here to redirecting and rechanneling that energy, right? Okay, that's the key. Anger is nothing more than a sign that something needs to change. Okay, and that's from Mark Epstein, and no, not from Jeffrey Epstein, who didn't kill himself. Okay. But anger is nothing more than a sign that something needs to change, right? Something needs to change. And so you need that to learn how to channel it correctly to be motivated to cause that change, right? Control your anger. Don't let anger control you. If you're mad, don't say anything you'll regret later, right? Because you don't want to have regrets. If you can't say anything nice, don't say it, right? Calm down and then do whatever you have to do, okay? And that's a great anger management quote right there. Okay. When you can't control what's happening, okay, in the external world, when you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what's happening. Okay. That's where your power is. All right. That is where your power is in controlling how you respond. So you don't have to be a victim. You don't have to just let your anger control you. You can control how you respond. Okay. So let's look at some different ways you can do that. Okay. So we know from the last live about the left and right brain, or the masculine and feminine principles, the occult principles. So let's look even deeper. I'm trying to angle my camera to see the whole slide. Okay, there we go. So let's look deeper into that principle, the left and right brain principles, and what it means to be balanced, to be a balanced individual. Okay, so when you're in the left brain, you become aggressive. You become explosive, arrogant, oblivious to what's going on. You don't give a shit, right? That's when you're manipulative, self-absorbed. Okay, you're self-absorbed. You start threatening people. Okay, low consideration of others. You don't give a shit about what's going on with them. You only care about self, right? We talked about the solipsism, tyranny, okay? Hostile, overbearing, attacking, dominant because you need power, right? Then you can't get trapped in the right brain either, right? You can't be too much in the feminine passive brain, because then you just take everything, you suck it up, hold it in, denial, okay? Then you try to do subtle manipulation of stuff. Oh, well, maybe if we were to see, then you have the guilt, the shame, low self-esteem. You start feeling like you're powerless, okay? Then you have latent hostility, which could cause to mental issues that I haven't even mentioned. I haven't even begun to mention. Okay, your weak boundaries. You become passive. You're like a doormat, and you start to feel like you need acceptance. Like you just don't fit in. You have to fit in. Okay, and that's what happens when you go too much into that right brain. What you have to do is learn to balance, and we talked about this. Okay, a balanced brain uses the overall of the consciousness. Right, it uses the higher consciousness, the true intellect, okay, the true intellectual, okay, is born. And then you start to be able to have clear messages to speak clearly and say the things that you mean, right? You use I statements instead of you did this, you did that. You stop that blame game because you're using I statements, okay? Use the broken record technique, okay? Which means that you just repeat things because you understand that if you keep repeating what is true, then it's going to be eventually accepted. Repetition is a way of programming, right? You become well respected, self-accepting. You accept yourself. You become self-aware. Okay, this is how you raise your consciousness. You become self-confident, powerful, comfortable, well-defined. You have clear boundaries. Okay, you become more active because assertiveness is taking action, right? Anger can lead to action, right? And then you become content. You become content in who you are as a person and become self-sufficient. Okay? You have to learn the path of being assertive okay? And not passive and not an aggressive asshole either. There's a process to balancing, okay? When you do that, that's when you awaken the true mind. That's when you're using the one eye. That's when you have the true money, like we talked about, right? Mon eye, one eye. We talked about this in the last live, okay? The most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire, okay? Use that anger, use that fire, and drive yourself forward, okay? That's by Fernand Foch. Okay, there is no fire like passion. There is no shark like hatred. And there is no snare like folly. There is no torrent like greed. Okay, and that's from Siddhartha Gautama. All right, that's all I got for you guys. I'll take a few questions. Hang on, let me see if I can turn my camera around. And I will get in front of the cam. And I will take some questions. So, what's up, people? I'm going to show my face too in this live. I'm not going to just hide behind all the stuff. What's up? So I'll answer a few questions, and then I am going to jump out of here, and we'll call it a night, okay? Let me scroll through some of these comments. Okay, let me get up here. Having high emotional intelligence will give, I can't see this, let me get my phone off the stand. Okay, will give you the ability to understand and manage and control these fears, angers, etc. Yeah, that's true. So, overall, I hope you guys got the message that I was trying to share with you tonight, and really understand how to deal with your anger, right? The role of anger, and how to channel and direct it accordingly to manifest the things that you desire, okay? I'm not seeing too many questions, so with that said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Much love out there, okay? Much love, and I will see you guys in the next one, all right?